Well, woodworkers are funny. You know, they'll spend $29 for a handy panel of MDF from the big box store, yet we won't spend $39 for a custom-made CNC template like this. So I'll show you how to make your own if you're a little on the frugal side, like I can be sometimes. But this is a great way if you need to route a recess in a custom router table for your lift or router plate. And no cutting corners on this. I'll actually use the correct 1.5" diameter for the corners, so that'll match most models on the market. I'm making this template full size to match my router table, so I'll just use strips of 3/4 MDF and attach those with double-sided tape. And one trick you can use to get this absolutely right on the first try is to use some blue painter's tape. I've found that just one layer on each side of the router plate will account for any differences between the diameter of the bearing and the actual carbide cutter itself. And the result is a nice clean fit on the first try. Plus, it won't chip out that plastic laminate when you go to remove the router plate. And here's where people start to go wrong, I think. They just route out this opening with whatever bit they have handy, and your corner radius of this template actually has to match that of your insert plate. So mine was an 1.5" diameter, so just use a Fosner bit at the drill press and knock out those 4 corners first. Okay, so you've got your holes drilled out, and optionally you can add this little spacer in the middle just for router support, but also add little triangular blocks and just carpet tape those in the corners, and that'll just prevent you from wrecking that radius that you created with the Fosner bits. That'll make sure everything fits nicely once we're done, and these just need to have a 3/4 inch legs on them, so just tiny little blocks. I cut those at the miter saw so they're all the same, and we'll get underway removing this central portion to make our template. Hey, take a minute and drop down to the description box. I've compiled some things that were really helpful for me in doing this custom router table project, so it's worth a look. I like to use a 2-step technique for this. The first one is a 1/4 inch spiral bit with guide bushing, and then we'll follow that up with a flush trim bit. And now just that top bearing bit to flush trim things up. You can certainly just use a fixed base router. Only reason I'm going with this plunge router is I have a oversized base on it plus some dust collection, so that's always good when you're working with MDF. So that should give you a nice accurate template. And looks like that's going to be a nice fit. That's exactly how I like it to fit. I like it to just drop in. No notable gap, but you don't want it so tight because, boy, the first time I did this, I had a red plastic laminate top that I just finished, and installing the plate once and then pulling it back out, it chipped out the laminate. And another thing you can do to avoid that is once you're on your real router table, just ease that with a piece of sandpaper before you put it in, and that'll help your odds. Well, if this custom template topic or the companion video on how to actually route that recess were helpful resources for you, please do subscribe to The Thoughtful Woodworker. And you're going to want to drop down in the description box because honestly, I've got quite a few things down there that were super helpful for me in doing this custom router table project. But if you can't find what you're looking for, by all means, hit me up in the comment section. I'll do my best to help.